Most entrepreneurs assume that editing a YouTube video has to take 20 hours and you have to have music and graphics and overlaid B-roll like this just to come across as professional. But today I'm going to show you how to edit videos that look great without sacrificing the views and leads that are the whole point that we're on YouTube in the first place. Now I'm showing you inside of the tool that I use to edit my videos, Descript, but you can follow these 5 steps in any video editing software. But the first thing we have to do is understand the goal of video editing because it's different for us as entrepreneurs. Now, before understanding this, I just assumed video editing, oh, that's about adding music and graphics, right? But for entrepreneurs, it's really more about subtracting things. It took me a while to learn this, but the goal of editing your video is not to make it look fancy. It's to make sure that the viewer hears you, understands you, and trusts you at the end. We want to remove everything that gets in the way of our message landing with the viewer. The value doesn't come because there was a swoosh and a graphic on the screen. The value came with what you said in the video. And if you're ready to edit, you've already done that part. So let's go through the 5 steps to quickly remove what's in the way of your message when editing your videos. And we will have one step where we do add something, and I'll explain why when we get there. The video I'm editing today is called The YouTube Title Mistake Every Business Owner Gets Tempted to Make. It is on my channel if you want to check it out. But the first thing we have to do is we have to remove all of the silences. Dead air between sentences is a really fast way to lose somebody's attention, right? Oh my God, that was awkward. That felt like an eternity. So in Descript, they have an AI tool called Shorten Word Gaps. So I just click on that and I ask it to find all gaps more than 0.8 seconds. And then it finds them, and then I tell it to shorten to 0.2 seconds. Now, how much silence you want to take out is a little bit different depending on your speaking pattern. But watch this. Right now, this footage that I recorded is 21 minutes long. I made a lot of mistakes. And I hit shorten all. And in less than a second now, this video is just over 10 minutes. So half of it gone in 1 second. Now, if you're using a different tool, that's going to mean going down to your editing timeline and manually cutting these out. Now, I want to point out really quick, yes, attention spans are short, but if you say something really impactful, don't feel like you have to edit it down to the millisecond. Like, leave some room there for it to breathe. Step 2 to making the video easier for people to comprehend is, of course, to remove the mistakes. One of my favorite things about Descript is it has transcript-based editing. So you can see a transcript of everything that I recorded. And I can see here where I said the title, the title, the title. I obviously don't need that 3 times. I can literally just highlight that, hit delete, and it edits the video for me. So definitely look for an editor with transcript-based editing if you don't have one. I'll link to Descript down in the description of this video. But there's also an AI tool in here, which I love even more, and it's called Remove Retakes right here. So I click on that, I hit submit, and it's gonna go through and it's gonna find all of the times that I messed up. So that took only a few seconds. It shows you them all here on the right. You could go through and review them if you want, but I actually like to keep them showing in the transcript. You can see that certain lines have been crossed out and they're in a lighter gray. That's where it went through and it found all of the mistakes. Now it's AI, it's not perfect, which takes us to step 3 where we're actually going to review the video. So here in Descript, I can actually make this a little bit bigger down here so it's easier to see, but you're basically just gonna go through and play it. And in Descript, if there's a chunk that's not supposed to be there, you can just hit delete. And your software too, you can probably highlight the end of something and trim it up. Now, I know society, as they say, has a really short attention span now, but don't edit out everything. If you want your audience to trust you faster, if you made a mistake where you just bumbled over a word or something like that, just leave it in there. As of right now in this video, you've probably seen me make a couple of mistakes that I did not edit out. And that's because I want you to know, hey, I'm a human, I'm real, I'm not AI. I'm not AI. Now, step 4 is where we are going to add something, but I just want to mention one other thing here really quick. You do want your audio to sound good. You may not have invested in a good quality microphone yet. And one of the things that I like about in Descript, by the way, if you want to try Descript out, there's a QR code on the screen right now, but you can go in here to properties of a video, and then you can turn on something called Studio Sounds. Now, I recorded it in good quality, so I don't need that, but it actually uses AI to improve the sound quality of your video, which is really nice if you don't have a nice microphone yet. All right, step 4. If you are doing your own editing and you are limited on time, editing is going to be mostly about subtracting things like we talked about. But there's one thing I do suggest adding, and that is just some basic graphics. So maybe a banner at the bottom with what your video is about. And in this video, I'm taking you through 5 steps, and you've seen I have the steps on the screen here. But even if I was doing a basic edit like this, I might just make a graphic for each of the 5 steps. In Descript, you can actually highlight a section like this and then hit Change Layout. And then these are a bunch of pre-built templates that Descript calls layouts, and they come in lots of different color schemes. So I can click on one of these, and in just a couple of seconds, you can see this was applied to my video. And then it's just like editing a text document again. I can double click in here and I can say, here is my video title. Now there's one more step, but if you are in a hurry and trying to get good videos out, which is all YouTube requires, nothing requires perfection, this is where you stop, okay? We've made your message easy for them to understand. But if you want to get fancier, I've got tutorials about that. I'll link up to some down in the description. And step 5 is all about preparing the video to go on YouTube. So in Descript, we click this export button here at the top, and I want to show you the settings for whatever tool you're using. So to put your video on YouTube, you're going to want to set the resolution here, and 1080p is plenty. Now, if you've recorded in a higher resolution like 4K, you can do that, but 1080p I think is great. But that's the main setting you need to worry about. Hit export, and then you're ready to go. Once you've published your video, you want people to watch it, right? YouTube SEO is all about how to get found in search on YouTube, and it used to be really complicated. It's much simpler now, but it's important to have an understanding about it. So click the video on the screen, and I'll walk you through YouTube SEO to help your videos get in front of the right people, the ones that actually will become your clients and customers.